Hi guys, today we are going to look at the operation feature available in Smart IQ. Come, let's get into the video. A simple question. Right now in your office, how many tasks are there in your to-do list? How many are in progress? And how many are completed? Can you confidently say that right now? If not, the reason is not your team. It's just that you don't have the right project management system. That's why in Smart IQ, there's a powerful tool for project management called Operations. That is, this feature allows you to clearly manage everything in one place, from workplace, project tasks, status to time tracking. That's the job of this feature. Come, let's go inside and see what all input features are there in this. Let's see how it works. So this is how it comes and its workflow will be there. So I'll go through each thing that's here and explore them one by one for you. First, we'll create a workspace, then we'll create a project. These are the two important things we create here. Inside one workspace, we can have multiple projects. Okay. Now, if you have a workspace called app development, you can keep as many development projects as you want inside it. First, I'll create a project. Let's say a food delivery mobile app like Swiggy. We'll say we're going to create an app like that and keep it as our example. So that's my project, okay? Now we are creating a workspace as app development. For project A, let's create a project called food delivery app, okay? Now this project will have many stages like to do, in progress, complete, and so on. There are a total of 11 stages. In these 11 stages, we'll have many tasks. First, in the to do stage, we'll have tasks that need to be planned. In progress means the work is currently going on. Ongoing means the task is in progress. Or complete means the task is finished. So let's say we've taken a project called mobile app. What kind of tasks can we put in the to-do list for that? Designing the UI is one task. API integration is another task. Setting up the payment gateway is a task. Notifications is another task. Like this, we would have put around 11 tasks in the to-do list. Okay, so what details will be there inside each task? There will be a description, the requirements that the customer has asked for, that is the requirement content description. Next, a checklist. If a task has multiple steps, we can break it down and follow those steps as a checklist. In attachments, we can keep things like API documents, Figma designs, and so on. In comments, we can have the conversations that happen between the developer and the tester, and all those discussions can be kept there. Assigning staff means we can see to whom each work is assigned. Due date means by which date the design should be completed, by which date testing should be done. Similarly, in time tracking, the coding time can be calculated. All these details can be seen in the task details. Okay, so in a simple to-do, we can easily move tasks between in progress and complete just by drag and drop. This is a big advantage. There are no complicated steps or anything like that, okay? Next, in this mobile app project, we can view things from different angles. That is list view, board view, report view, calendar view, and then time logs. In these time logs, when we start a task, we start calculating the time. Until we stop that watch, it keeps calculating. So for that project or that particular task, we can know exactly how much time we took to complete it. This way, we can calculate it ourselves. Or there's another thing too. For each task, we can set the urgency based on color. For example, if it's red, we should give it high priority. If it's yellow, then it's medium priority. If it's green, then it's low priority. We can check and follow it like that. Now we've seen a theoretical example. Next, let's actually create and see how to make a workspace, project, and task in practice. That's what we're going to look at now. So this is our Smart Echo dashboard, right? From here, you see this? There's a sixth action here. That's operation. I'm clicking on it. When I click, it opens up like this. Because so far, we haven't created any workspace. So you don't have any workspace yet. So now I'm creating a new workspace now. Like I said, you can create one workspace. Inside that, you can have multiple projects. Okay? I'll name the workspace development. What is the type of workspace you're creating? I'm selecting design and development. The website option is optional, so I'll just click on create. That's it. The workspace is created. The workspace is called development. Inside this, we can create as many projects as we want. It's like creating multiple screens in a multiplex. Now, as we discussed earlier, let's say we want to make a food delivery app, something like Swiggy. A food delivery app. If you select that and if you want the workspace visible, task for assigned people, then it should be visible only to the people it is assigned to. If you don't want it to be visible to anyone else, you can just tick that option. Okay, so I'm clicking on create. After clicking create, I've chosen the blue theme. If you want, you can change the theme. So it will appear like this. In this list, what's good is that it's customizable. For example, if you haven't completed the to-do process, the to-dos, you can even keep it as verification complete or something like that. This is ours. So what can they give in our first list? I've just entered to-do. What can we give next? You can then put true. We do. Process. Done. Complete. Okay, so all these together we have 11 stages. Okay, now in a workspace called food delivery app development, there will be a project called food delivery app. How many do we have in that? We can even move this like that and keep it, move it to the right. Then you can also keep it on the left like that. Here you can just click and do whatever you want. Okay, so for now we don't need this. Now under these 11 we can add as many tasks as we want. Now if I just click add task here in to do, what will I get? UI design. That's what I'm entering. Once I enter that, what is this? This is a task. Okay, now if you want to click on that task, we can add all the details for it. Labels, these labels are for things like high priority, medium priority, etc. We can even create a new label ourselves. Now I'll come here, click on create and enter low priority. I'll give it and save it. Okay, so what am I choosing? I'm choosing high priority. This UI design is now marked as high priority. In the description, we can add whatever we want. Okay, so what can we add in the description? Then create. User. Suddenly, UI design. Okay, I'll just say that and give it. We can save this now, okay? Next, let's start the checklist. Now, UI design is a big process. So within that, we can break it down and do it step by step. First, collect requirements. Then analyze. After requirements, what else can we add? Design template. Start testing. You can give it like this. So when we click, it will tell us whether it's okay or completed. And then we have to do this, okay? In attachments, if we want to attach any file, we can click and attach the file. If needed, we can do anything, okay? So next in activities, you can set a comment. Now if I come here, what's my name? Smiling Software, okay? I'm giving do it fast. That means I've put this comment here. So this comment will be visible to everyone. Okay, what have they given? 2 comments have come in activities. It's showing like that. So in attachments, if we go and click, suppose I want to, I am just giving that. If you want something like this done, you can even upload it here. Okay. Do we need to move this task anywhere else? You can also move it from here if you want. Okay. So next, who are we going to assign this to? Right now we have only this one user. So I'll tell you how to add a user. Okay. Time is counting, time is running. So let's start. I said I'll start, right? That's it. So after giving all this, what I'll do is just close it. Once I close it, it shows as high priority. There's a comment and an attachment for this. There are 4 checklists. To whom has this been assigned? We can see everything here itself beforehand. Now, if this is done, I can move it to the in process column, or if needed, move it to complete. Like this, we can keep adding as many tasks as we want under this. Okay? If you see the board view or list view, this is how it will look. Okay, now the report. In the report, it will be in this format. There's a to-do item and it's marked as high priority, like that. If you select calendar, say you add some data. Now I go to the board and click this. After clicking, I enter the due date. Just watch. The due date comes up. I type 9 and select it. Then the time appears here and I set the start time. I set the start and then close it. Now if I go to the calendar, what happens is the due date appears here for us. Okay, the due date is shown and it says we have to finish it by 6:29. In the time blocks, what's there now is that this UI task is running. Okay, the duration memo and all that will show us running. Now we can go and stop it. Okay, shall we try stopping it? Go to the board. Stop. I've given it, okay? Here we can even manually add the time count. Start time, okay? Now I'll go and give it. Then I'll go to the time logs and check again. Okay, has it come? It will come like that, okay? So this is it. Overall, what should a normal project management tool do? Now, in a company, we'll have many tools. One tool for projects, a separate tool for communication, another tool for sending bulk messages, a different tool for workflow, and so on. So all of these are combined into this Smart, okay? From here, you can easily get your staff members to sign in. You can do everything here itself. Now, I can add team members here. Right now, I've only added these people. If I click on invite workspace members now, once everyone is here, what you can do is I can add them. Okay, come on, everyone has come. So now I can show you again where to go and assign them. So is there a project called food delivery app? So go there and then I click this. We can also assign someone else if needed. Okay, when they log in, this will show up for them, not just for you. So is that fine? Once this is done, we can move on. Okay, I hope now you have understood this correctly. So by clicking create, we can create a new project workspace for myself. So this is how the operations workspace looks, and this is how operations work here. So I hope you understood this video. With Smart IQ, not only can you assign tasks, but tracking tasks and delivering them on time becomes very easy. This is organized operations. This is Smart IQ. Now, if you want to make your business much smarter, quickly book a demo with Smart IQ. To know more details, contact the details given in the description below. Our team will support you. So I hope you understood this video and one more feature of Smart IQ. I'll meet you in another video. Thank you for watching.